Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy Jamar84 here once again after I've crawled out of that coma the YouTube coma that I've been in. I am back. I am back. And I know I've been gone for like a good two weeks, y'all. As y'all saw my last video that I recorded in my car, I was pretty much on like a little mini road trip because I just really needed to, get out of the house. I just been in the house and in this city just for so long, and I just kind of wanted to get uh an escape. Every now and then y'all just need somewhere to go and just do something. And then I wasn't doing anything for the rest of the month of June, so or at least until I got back in July. And one of the announcements that I was gonna make, if you guys aren't following me on my Facebook, um, you guys would know that recently I just got offered a job at Hewlett Packard here in Houston, Texas, and really excited about that. That is such a blessing from the Lord. Okay, and excuse me. Oh Lord, my start date was on July. Wait, is it coming? Okay, my start date is on July 1st, and I got offered like early June, so for the rest of June I didn't have anything to do until work started. So one of my good friends from high school, he he said, he was earlier. He was trying to ask if I would ride with him to Detroit to pick up his little brother, to stay with him for the summer. Sorry, had a brain fart. Stay with him for the summer. But long story short, I don't want to spend too much time on the trip because I really want to get into the topics at hand. Um, Long story short, I traveled. Let me tell y'all how much I was doing the most. Okay, I traveled from Houston to Tallahassee, Florida. From Tallahassee, Florida to Atlanta, Georgia. From Atlanta, Georgia, all the way up to Detroit, Michigan. And I spent Father's Day with my father. That was I surprised him. That was really nice. But I went from Detroit, Michigan, back to Atlanta, Georgia, from Atlanta, Georgia, back to Tallahassee, Florida. Then from Tallahassee, Florida, back to Georgia. Then from Georgia to Panama City, Florida. Then from Panama City, Florida, back to Georgia again. Then from Georgia, back to Houston. And here I am. I was doing the most, y'all. But, I really had a good time. Saw the babe, had a good time with him. Took pictures with my best friend, with my dad, with my one of my people from my dance team. Just had a really nice time, away time with a lot of different people, and just I needed that. But I'm glad to be home. I'm glad to be back because I was away from you guys, and I didn't realize how much I missed doing my videos. And a lot of people were tweeting me about my videos, so I really appreciate the love. Um, if you guys haven't noticed, my hair, I don't know, at least to me, it looks weird because I went swimming while I was in Panama City, and I feel like it just drew up and just kind of, I guess it's one of the perks of having dreads because swimming, I mean, it messes up the roots a little bit, but, I'll get those done shortly before I have to go in for work. But I think it looks, I don't know, I guess it looks fine. Whatever. I'll be rambling on and on, so let's go ahead and get to the topics at hand. So first thing I want to talk about is Miss Kelly Rowland releasing her Talk a Good Game album. This is her fourth album. Had to think about it real quick because I didn't want to make sure I missed any. But this album, y'all, in comparison to all the rest, in my opinion, is probably the most cohesive and probably one of her, well, was my favorite of the four thus far. Here I Am was great, but in comparison, it seems like Here I Am was kind of like a more contrived version of Kelly. This Kelly seems more genuine and more authentic, so to speak. So, I listened to the album a couple of times, and you know how when you just start getting into, excuse me, when you just start getting into an album, you kind of have those tracks that stand out upon the first listen, the first couple of listens that you really remember, and then there's those that don't. So, just so I'm gonna go through all the tracks really quickly, and those that I really have, commentary about, because some of them are still, growers. So those that I really have commentary about, I'm gonna, say my opinion on it and recommendations, and just, give you a little 2 cents about each song that I have, something to say. So the first song, and probably what I'm gonna have the most to talk about, if I had, since I already talked about Dirty Laundry. There's no really need to talk about Dirty Laundry. I'm just gonna skip over that because we already did a video on it. But the song or the album opens up with Freak. Now, what I want to say about Freak is I love it. It's a great opener. The beat is sick. The lyrics are interesting. Is that everybody is somebody's freak, and it's all a matter of whose are you. So, it's kind of like a continuation of, the sexy side that Kelly's been giving us so far, and I really like the song. But one thing, I was listening to the song, and at first I was like, okay, this kind of reminds me, because it has like a Michael Jackson Thriller vibe to it, because it kind of had, I think she had a lyric in there that's talking about it's close to midnight, so it kind of made me think about, Michael Jackson's Thriller. But as I was listening to the chorus, I'm like, this sounds like something. I can't put my finger on it until it clicked in my head. Guess what, y'all? Guess what Freak sounds like? I want y'all to take this in. Are you ready? I want y'all to really get a ear for this right now. The chorus of Kelly Rowland's Freak sounds just like the theme song to Danny Phantom. Don't believe me? We're going to do a sound test. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to pull this up so y'all won't think I'm crazy. I might just be a little bit cuckoo, but I want y'all to literally tell me that this does not sound anything like the Danny Phantom theme song. I know that everybody's somebody's freak. And now this is the Danny Phantom theme song. Now tell me that those two don't sound similar. One doesn't remind you of the other. I know I ain't crazy. But I just wanted to talk about that. So moving on to the next track. Next track is the first single, Kisses Down Low. At first I didn't like the song, but eventually the song did grow on me, when I started hearing it in the club and whatnot. And I feel like it could have been a bigger song than what it was. The video was great. The video was really cute. And hey, who just doesn't like Kelly said, who just doesn't like their kisses down yonder? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, the next track is Gone featuring Wiz Khalifa. Now, I was talking to a friend of mine who I actually did a video with, Wade from Wade TV Show. I'm gonna put a link to the video that we did while I was in Atlanta. In the description, we talked about Sierra getting served her papers. We talked about Beyonce, Rihanna. We just covered a lot of stuff, love and hip hop. I'm gonna put a link, or if I can figure out this annotation thing, I'm gonna try to put an annotation to that video right here. Yeah, make sure y'all watch that. We did like a Destiny's Child skit too. It's hilarious. Y'all should definitely check that out. But Gone is kind of like a breakup song, like one of those songs that basically you never know what you got until it's gone, and it samples. I forget the original sample. Because most people recognize it from the Janet Jackson, The Velvet Rope song called Got Till It's Gone, or what is it? You Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone. And she sampled that from somewhere. I can't remember where she sampled it, but they used the same sample, and she just used that Don't It All Seem to Go, that you don't know what you got until it's gone sample as the chorus of the song called Gone. And I really like the song. I really hope it's a single, and I just be vibing to that song like a motherfucker. But let me go ahead and make sure that I don't skip any tracks as I go through this quick little album review. But Kelly, so far, really none of the songs on this album are really bad. They may have to grow on me a little bit, but none of them are really bad. But track 4 is the title track, Talk a Good Game, which is a slow and sensual track, just basically like, you talk a good game, I need to know if I can believe you. Like, you can talk shit, but I need you, if you're going to talk the talk, I'm going to need you to walk that walk, essentially. And I was like, yes, Kelly, I'm down for that, because too many niggas be out here fronting, flexing, when they ain't really too much about shit. So, kudos to you for that song, girl. And track number 5 is Down on Love, sorry. And it's basically, like, one of those songs or one of those times where you feel like you just have the worst luck with men, and you're just going through the shithole, and you're just like every dude that you come across is a douchebag, and it's like shit. Well, I'm just down. And it's like when you feel like you down on love, when you in one of those type of predicaments, that's just when you just be like, you know what? It's best to just be single, honestly, because you're not in an emotional state to really deal with another person, and you just want to make sure you get yourself together, you know, before you can invite somebody else into your space. Because let me tell you something: relationships are dangerous. Okay, if you get yourself in the wrong one, granted, everyone is a learning experience. Everyone is going to be a learning experience that you go through, but you're going to go through. Those of y'all who have been in relationships that have ended badly or just been draining on your life spirit, know what I'm talking about? Where you just it's dangerous. If you're not careful, you can screw yourself up. So in just so many words. So just date seriously. Be careful about who you date. But moving on to the next track after Down on Love is the single Dirty Laundry, which I've already spoke about, which is the most raw song on the album and is the key to all her interviews. Like everybody, like I'm sure she's tired of saying the same thing in every interview, talking about Beyonce and this abuse. And let me tell Wendy Williams, you are a messy bitch because you was trying to like when he asked Haley about the abuse, she was like, did he punch you in the head? Was it physical? Like she was like, I don't want to talk about the details. Like, how you gonna act? No, that was so tacky and rude, Wendy. Like, girl, you tried that. But after Dirty Laundry, it comes the unofficial Destiny's Child song, "You Change," featuring Beyonce and Michelle. This song is everything, and I'm gonna need a performance, at least a performance of this song on some major award show or platform or something. Because can y'all imagine? Like, did y'all remember how excited we felt just to see them on stage again at Beyonce's Super Bowl performance? Oof, I would love this. This song is great. The vocals, Kelly, bitch. Yes. And of course, Beyonce and Michelle did their thing, and I was just so excited to see them working together. And it was like, it wasn't a Destiny's Child track because they didn't really harmonize for real, for real. They just kind of, Kelly did the lead, Beyonce did her featuring verse, of course, Michelle ended it with her verse and the bridge, and then Kelly finished it on home. Like, Kelly made sure that she was the forefront of this song. But all in all, I hope I get a performance or a video if y'all want to go fancy and go over and beyond, bitch. I want something because y'all just can't let this track go to waste. Like, it's a once in a lifetime. The next song is called "I Remember." Now the beat of this song is really relaxing, and it's just a really good feel track. And he's like, "I remember, how we used to love and how we used to be this and how we used to be that." And it's one of the tracks I definitely would recommend. I don't know if it's a single or not, but it's definitely for a feel good listen. I definitely would say that. Next track, Red Wine, is a song I haven't really gotten to get into yet, for real, for real. As also the following track, This Is Love. But she just performed This Is Love, and I kind of got into it more as watching her do the live performance. So maybe after more of these live performances of these songs, I'll probably get into it. The next track is Street Life. Now, she did perform this also, I believe, on Good Morning America. And it's a cute song. It's a nice little urban track. It looks like, sorry, I'm trying to scratch my back. But it looks like it's turning into a single because I've seen her performing it more and more. And the next track after that is Stand in Front of Me. Haven't gotten into it quite yet. I know it's a sexy song as is Skywalker, the next track, and Put Your Name on It. And number one, like all the rest of the tracks were like slower, sensual, sexier songs. But all in all, Kelly, you put your foot in this bitch. You put your foot in this album, girl. Like this album, I'm probably gonna play it after I do this review as I finish unpacking my stuff and cleaning my house. But yeah, I definitely suggest you guys purchase this album. I did, and I have no regrets. And I hope Kelly. I heard she charted at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100. So congratulations to you. But yeah, basically, y'all guys purchase "Talk a Good Game" by Kelly Rowland. Since we're already in the realm of Destiny's Child and their accomplishments, make sure you guys also support Miss Michelle Williams, who just released her lead single from her new upcoming album, which is untitled as of yet. If We Had Your Eyes. Now, If We Had Your Eyes is like a cross between R&B and gospel. It's like an R&B beat, but with gospel lyrics, and it's basically a song that talks about if we were looking through the eyes of God, we would see things the right way. Because, our eyes are deceiving. We see things and we go by, our own sight, but, we can't really see things the way that they really are. And if we had, God's eyes, we could see things the right way. That's pretty much the base message of the song. But Michelle is singing in this song. She is giving you vocals, she's giving you runs, she's giving you belts. She's giving you everything. So I definitely just suggest you guys support the song. I watched her recorded Ustream where she gave a snippet of song. I believe it's called Fire. And it's like I don't know what to call it, like a little ratchet, but with like a island Caribbean beat. That's going to be hot. Michelle said she ain't playing no games this go around. I'm like, okay, Michelle, you about to come with some good shit. Now, Unexpected back in 2008 wasn't a bad album at all. But this? Shit, Michelle about to come with some good stuff. So make sure you guys head over to iTunes and purchase Michelle's new single, If We Had Your Eyes. You know what? I'm gonna get the heavier stuff out of the way for right now. I'm gonna get the heavier stuff out of the way because I don't want to end it. I didn't want to start it with the heavier stuff or end it with the heavier stuff. So I'm gonna get this out of the way. And what I want to discuss is the whole Paula Deen racism situation. Now, so Paula Deen was sued by a coworker for using racial slurs in the restaurant. And what the thing that caught everybody, off guard was the fact that when she was asked about it, did she use it? She's like, "Oh, psh, of course I use it." Like you, you make it seem like it's just a natural. Well, I mean, you just make it seem like it's a natural thing that's just, oh, psh, of course I do that. Like, who doesn't? Like, what? And then I didn't get to see. I don't know if it's still available on the internet anywhere. But her first apology that she tried to issue out, somebody said it was like really close up, and then she was just like very insincere. And she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry if I offended you all, and this, that, and the fourth, and I'm just so apologize, and to all the no, I was about to get offensive, but anyway." I did see her second apology, and she was just, further back, and she was just like, "I am so sorry if I offended all you folk out there. I didn't want to offend anybody. I just wanted to keep my commercial. I wanted to keep my show so I can keep cooking with butter." She didn't really say all that, but I'm just being funny. But this whole debate. Oh, before I go, she said, what was it that she said? She had an interview last week, not last week, but like it was like a couple of years ago, where she was trying to talk about how her great grandfather, who used to own slaves, okay, she tried to make it seem like, oh no, my great grandfather was so devastated after we lost the help that he just didn't know how to run his plantation. He ended up pulling the bullet through his head. He just couldn't deal with the devastation. And I was just like, look at Paula Deen trying to make slavery, trying to make us feel sympathetic towards this slave master. Like, I mean, it's bad that he shot himself in the head, but he's mad because he lost his slave, like, because they got their freedom. Like, I can't really sympathize with you on that level, girl, because you try to make him like a nice man, but I'm sure he was. Never mind. I'm not even about to go. I ain't about to go there. But yeah, Paula. And then this was the kicker. This was the motherfucking kicker. Paula Deen said that she did a plantation themed wedding where she wanted black people to be dressed as if they were slaves, walking around talking about yes, master, yes, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, walking around as if they're slaves serving the white people. What self-respecting African American man or woman? I don't even think. Well, I ain't gonna say I can't speak for everybody, but I know, sure, I don't know if Paula Deen could pay me enough money to degrade myself to participate in such a ceremony. Like, how, who would volunteer? Would any of y'all, like, oh, seriously, I want to know. If Paula Deen offers you all like $1 million to degrade yourself, let's say it has to be recorded, because some people just be like, oh, I just do it, nobody won't know. No, this will be recorded and aired somewhere. I don't know if they probably wouldn't put it on TV, but it will be aired somewhere where you will be walking around looking like a slave, serving the white people, and talking about yes master, and probably wearing like a noose as I'll use a uniform. Like, would y'all do it for the money? I want to know. This one right here, I couldn't do it. And I don't want this to seem like if I have any of my white viewers, I know I'm not racist by any chance, but I'm just thinking like there would be no way I could participate. Like Paula Deen, like what? This is 2013, okay? There's no room for racial slurs or racial profiling of any kind at this point because that's just punishable by law now. So, but you know what? This is the only defense that I'm going to come at with Paula Deen, and it's really not even a real defense, but it's how she was raised. Okay, so granted, people can be raised one way, but have their own mind to believe something else. But if Paula Deen was raised to look at African Americans in a certain way, then it's only natural that she has the mindset that she does. So it's partially her fault too for not, dismissing it, because we've been in the age long enough without where the word, nigger is, well, those who are white who use it in such a way have become, who've gotten a lot of backlash, and of course some are fired from it. But there's no need for you to even, you should have eliminated that word, a long time ago. I know you were raised with it and it's what you were growing up to believe, but you've been in the working world, you've been in the entertainment, well, not really entertainment, but you've been in, TV for long enough to know that you can't, and this goes for any other celebrity, you can't offend or use offensive language like that, especially for people who are probably one of the main people that support you. Like, it's I just feel like those conversations are things that you should leave for the kitchen table. You kikiing with your good girlfriends. Like, nobody should know how you really feel. Okay, something like that you should keep to yourself or amongst a really tight circle, because you don't know who's listening, and in Paula Deen's case, it can just make you lose damn near everything. And a lot of people are talking about, the whole argument about how, well, black people use it, why can't, we use it, they use it, and this, such and such. I never know how to feel about that. And I tell you because, yes, in a way, it is unfair and it is wrong for some people to be criticized for using it, but it's okay for us to use it. But at the same time, the word has such a negative um, association, and I think that we as African Americans, by us being able to take it and turn it into a term of endearment and put it in a, well, as positive as a light as it can probably be, um, I think we take pride in that we kind of took that back, okay, we kind of made it our own and turned it into something that couldn't be used against us in such a negative manner. But yet, not all white people who use it, like some people, like the most of the white people I feel like who try to use it, who are in like are the new age, those who weren't, within the civil rights, who weren't born in that era and are in the new, segregated era, are kind of like they're trying to be more urban because the urban market is really big right now, and they're listening to the music and they hear the songs where they use the word over and over again, and they may be fans of the song or have friends or be in that kind of community, and if they want to use it, even though they know that it's has this background. If they want to use it, and they're just using it in the way that they see their colleagues or their friends or peers using it, but they can't because of who they are, their skin tone, their race, and so people are gonna always look at them, like, what did you just say? But it's they're not really using it in that manner, but they're just using it, in a way that they're trying to use it the way that we use it, and that's why they feel like it's unfair. But I mean, honestly, I don't know if there's ever gonna be a end to this issue because we're never gonna stop using it. I can tell you that right now. Like, unless it becomes a law against us, which I can y'all imagine? Yeah, right. But there's really no way to get past that. Like, we're never going to stop using it. It's never going to be okay for them to just use it as freely as they want to because somebody's going to always get offended. So it looks like we're just going to have to be stuck in this, continuum of who can say what, and it's I don't really know what more I can really say about it. It's just I hope that one day I can see that now that the people who were born in the civil rights movement, they're starting to fizzle out. The people that were born in that are starting to fizzle out, and the newer generations are becoming more and more open-minded and less and less offensive. Of course, there's always going to be some who feel that way, but I feel like we're moving towards in a better direction. And lastly, on the more I guess serious or heavier topics, is this whole Zimmerman trial that's been going on with the witness who was the last girl to speak to him on the phone before or as he was being killed or murdered. And I honestly, people are trying to say that she's not a liable resource, but honestly, like, this is the person who was with, well, not with, but who was speaking or in contact with Trayvon at his last moments of life. So this is really the best that you're going to get. Like, even though she's been known to, she's admitted to lying. I believe the time that she was lying, I don't know if she was under oath. Excuse me. So she can't really be penalized too much for it. But like the 911 call, the seeing Zimmerman looking in the courtroom looking like a motherfucking bowling pin, and like his mama, like, I just feel like in the mindset of his mom, like, I couldn't be in the same room with a man who just murdered my child. I feel like I would lose all self-control and just run over him and just jab him in his trachea, like. But I know she doesn't want to go to jail, but just like, how could you do that? I just don't know why. Like, I know he has to have his defense attorney, and they're trying to make Trayvon seem like he approached him first, and it was self defense. I'm like, no, this man racially profiled this little boy, thinking he was trying to commit a crime of some sort. He followed him, took his gun out, and wrestled him and shot him. I just believe that's what happened, because Trayvon was not armed. All he had was some Skittles and Arizona iced tea. So there was never any threat to Zimmerman, especially since he had a gun. Okay, so I can't really watch the trial because I just get emotional and I get upset about the whole thing, and I'm just waiting for Zimmerman to get what's coming to him. Because even if the trial, God forbid, he gets off, he has a special reserved seat in hell for what he did to Trayvon back in 2012. But we're gonna move on from that topic. Let me know what you guys think about the trial. Give me your updates. I know they've been doing a stream today. I haven't been able to watch it, but let me know in the comments, of course, what you guys think about the trial thus far, and also I want you let me know what you guys think about the whole Paula Deen situation. What do you think she should do? How do you feel about what she said? And yeah, just give me your thoughts. Cause I'm glad I got those topics out of the way, because those, I could go on and on, but I really don't want to dwell too much on it. So, moving right along. So, congratulations to Miss Kim Kardashian and Kanye West for the birth of their daughter, Northwest. Okay. First, okay, we thought, well, since we found out that it was going to be a girl, like most of us had pretty much just deemed that this child was going to have a K name. Like, I think the name Cadence was running around the internet for a while, but it's been confirmed that the child's name is North. Now, I know, you know how celebrities try to be, different and innovative with these names like Blue Ivy and Apple and now North. Um, North, honestly, it's a unique name, definitely, and it's not that bad. I see it as a unisex name. It can be feminine or masculine, but in combination, since its last name is going to be West, so it has a double direction name. Like I think I tweeted on Twitter, and I was like, can you imagine how it would be for her to professionally introduce herself? Like, hi, I'm Northwest. Like, Northwest of what? Like, it doesn't be in my mind. It would just be like, in combination, you can't, in combination with the last name West, North, no. Like, they said she has a nickname, Nori, but still, her birth certificate and IDs and everything else after that is going to say Northwest. And people are going to look at that shit like, the fuck is this? But all in all, I mean, I guess it's just the name. But congratulations on the birth of their child. I don't know what this child is gonna look like. I don't know what kind of who's gonna take after as far as physically or internally. What are they gonna be crazy like Kanye? Or are they gonna be a little ditzy like Kim? I don't know. But like as I said, congratulations to them. And in my last video that I did with Wade that I annotated to earlier, I congratulated Tamar and Vince on their birth of their son, Logan Vince Herbert. So congratulations to all the new parents out there in and out of the entertainment industry. And the last thing that I'm going to cover in this video, because I know it's getting a little long and I can ramble on and on forever and ever, is the new update for Instagram, the Insta video feature, and how it's come for Vine. Okay, I was just getting into Vine. All right, at first I was like, what am I gonna do for 6 seconds? Like, I need longer than that. Like, but I was seeing other people do it, and it as people got really creative with it and making it fun. I got into it, and I was just getting my ideas together about how I was gonna do videos and make them really funny and this stuff. But as soon as you get into it, Instagram's like, hey, we're going to offer you the same feature. You can press record different clips together. You can even add filters, bitch. You can add filters. If you didn't like a take you just did, just skip it and redo it again. And we're not going to give you just 6 seconds. We're going to give you 15 whole seconds. So people was like, well, shit.
It's 11 o'clock.
I hate when it does that. I really do. But people was like all over Vine talking about some, well, goodbye Vine. I can go back to my Instagram and do the same shit with filters in 15 seconds. Bye. And I was just like, well, damn. As soon as I was getting into this shit, everybody leaves. But, I think it's a really cool, I think one of the things that makes it really cool is that you can add there's like a whole new list of filters and stuff. So make sure you guys follow me on my Instagram, Jamar84. Like everything. Make sure you guys follow me on Facebook too. If you guys can find me, it's Jamar A Washington. If you can find it, I don't think I made myself unsearchable because people still be finding me. But make sure you guys follow me on my Facebook. Make sure you guys follow me on my Twitter. Make sure you guys follow my Instagram, which is also Jamar84. And let's see, I sent out a tweet before I started recording saying that I was gonna record, and if anybody wanted to shout out, make sure you guys, I'm always going to tweet. If you guys want to shout out at the end of the video, make sure you guys let me know. And I will be definitely sure to shout you out. And let me go to my Twitter really quickly. And once again, Miss Love and Libra is the only one that gets a shout out this week. So shout out to you, boo. I feel like there was one more. Oh, I haven't checked my mailbox in a while, but I still want to let you guys know that my Gmail, my Jamar84 at gmail.com is still open for the advice videos that I want to start. If you guys have a situation, that you want my advice on, because I usually, like, all of my close friends know that I give advice anyway. They always usually ask me, what would you do in my situation? And so I usually enjoy giving people a different perspective that they may not be able to come up with on their own. So if you guys have a question or a situation that you want me to give my opinion on, email me at jamar84@gmail.com. That's JAMAR84@gmail.com. All right. And make sure you state if any of you guys are subscribers to Sweet Addictions TV and she does her Sweet Solutions, the concept is still the same. If you want your name to be put out there, you can write it and let me know. Or if you do not want to be um, if you want to be anonymous, then make sure you mention that as well. Also, if you don't even want your video, if you don't even want your question to be responded to in a video, if you don't want the situation to be out, put that at the top, and I can just respond to you back via email. With my advice on what you think you should do. But I definitely want to get you guys' email. Want to get to know you guys a little bit better, and then we can kind of exchange that. But like I said, this video is going on long enough. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry I was gone for so long, but I'll definitely be back with Love and Hip Hop the following week, as well as Bad Girls Club All-Star Battle, if it's worth reviewing. But only if it's worth it. But anyway, you guys, I love you much. And you guys rock my world like nobody else. And I can't say enough how much I appreciate the support you guys have given me. But until the next video, bye-bye.